Hey, what's up everyone? It's Stargirl the Practical Witch and welcome back to another one of my pick a card readings. Today we are going to figure out what is coming for you September 2019. But before we get started on this pick a card reading, I do need you to pick one of the four groups. This is group 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you've picked a group, you can fast forward to the timestamp I provide down below to see what your results are. If you need to pause the video to meditate on the cards, feel free to do so. But I also ask that you pick with your intuition and gut and not your eyes, because I find that warrants the best, most accurate results. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this pick a card prediction to see what's coming for you September 2019. Group number 1, let's see what's coming for you September 2019. All right, so I'm just going to lay all of these cards down so we can see what we're working with here. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you is that if you picked group number 1, September 2019 is going to be blessed for you in regards to finances, work, career, and school. So we have the part of fortune, which in astrology normally means what it sounds like. It shows you material success and increase in wealth. So for those of you who picked group number 1, I think it's very likely that a lot of you could get recognition for something that you do during the day. So for instance, if you have a job, I see that it's very likely someone in authority or someone who has authority over you could give you a promotion or recognize your hard work and your hard work ethic. Or if you have a business or you run your own business, I'm most certainly seeing you getting more recognition, getting more business, and seeing your business thriving, because we also have the star as well. Now, if you go to school and you're someone who's very young, I actually see that someone in a position of authority, such as a teacher or something like that, they are going to notice your work and you are going to be singled out for the great work that you do. So either way, if you have your own business, if you go to work, if you go to school, with the star card and the temperance card, I'm seeing that you are going to be recognized for the work that you do, and you are going to receive a blessing in September in regards to work, career, or finances, whether, like I said, it's a promotion, recognition, extra income, or something like that. So those areas of your life are going to be the most blessed. Another thing that I'm seeing, however, is that we have the loneliness card right here. So what I'm seeing is that in regards to your relationships, your close personal relationships, your friendships, I'm seeing that your social life is going to be lacking a little bit. I'm seeing that you might feel a little lonely. And we also have the mountain card. And there's this saying that's really popular called "it's really lonely at the top" or something like that. I never remember sayings quite right, but the meanings always really resonate with me and stick with me. But with this mountain or strength card, this really tells me it's lonely up at the top, and I'm seeing that you guys are really going to be at the top of this mountain. You're going to be getting a lot of recognition. You know, for some people with this loneliness card, it could be that, you know, your friends are jealous that you're getting the recognition, or maybe you are so focused on career, work, or school you don't have time for friends. So, you know, this is something that I am seeing is going to be a theme September 2019. However, your finances, work, career, school, they are all going to be blessed, and you're going to receive recognition 110%. Specifically, I'm seeing with the Emperor and the Strength card, it's very likely you could win the approval of some male in authority in your life. So this could mean your father is really proud of you and gives you a congratulations. That means a lot to you. It could mean, you know, your brother, a male boss, a male teacher. It doesn't have to be male, but I'm picking up predominantly male energy. A male is going to notice you, or if not a male, like I said, someone in authority is going to notice you, and you are going to get rewarded for the hard work that you do. And I'm also seeing that for a lot of you, you just went through kind of like a painful cycle in your life with the World card and the Devil card. This normally means that you recently went through a painful ending in your life. So for instance, you could have recently ended a karmic relationship. You could have ended a addiction. You could have ended a toxic situation in your life. You could have, ended some sort of negative influence on your life recently. And now in September, what I'm seeing is that you are going to be built up even stronger in September. This little incident, this hardship that you went through has actually made you stronger, because I have the strength card 3 times in 3 different decks. And you are really going to be shining in September 2019 and coming out stronger than ever before, because of whatever it is that happened. Now, for some of you, this could also mean, because this is a general reading and tarot is very abstract, with the world and the devil, this could mean that a lot of you are going to be very, very ambitious, very determined to succeed in September 2019. You might, be a little bit too ambitious to the point where you burn yourself out. You might put too much expectations on yourself. You might, step on other people to get to the top or something like that. You could, this could mean like also as well being too concerned with success, money, power, glory, but by Lana Del Rey just popped into my head, something of that nature. But I really feel like you are going to also be in a position of authority in September 2019 as well. So for some of you, this could also mean, an older figure in your life gives you really good advice and you learn a lot from someone, and they are going to build you up and help you reach this success. Or for some of you, this can mean that you actually end up being a teacher, or you teach somebody a skill that you have or something of that nature. Now, another thing that I'm seeing as well is we have healing, and we also have the Star and the Temperance card. So normally what this means is maybe you've gone through some physical ailment, you've been sick, or like I said, emotional ailment, a toxic situation in your life has come to a close or will come to a close in September. And in September, I see you fully healing from that 110%, because we have healing, temperance, and the Star. And these are all well-known healing cards. And this is going to be a great month for you in regards to ambition, in regards to getting things done, in like I said, in regards to finances, work, and school. So one thing that I am seeing, however, that I want to warn you about with the world and the devil, it almost feels like, someone might unfairly judge you in September in a way that is not how you are. They could, be jealous of you. They could judge you from afar without knowing you. They might think that you are a bad person when you're not. We just sort of have the world, which talks about public recognition, next to this negative card such as the devil. So someone who doesn't really know you might right away, with the Judgment card as well, may pass an unfair judgment on you. But this is something that I don't think is going to impact you very much, because you know who you are. And also with the Strength and the Emperor, this is telling me that you're going to have a lot of confidence in September 2019 as well. So, and another thing about this is I feel like you probably could be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. However, the signs don't matter. I just sort of put that in for those of you who need it. And another thing as well is this is going to be a very busy month for you, okay? This is going to be a very, very busy month for you, and I want you to know that. And it's going to be a lot of hard work, a lot of practicality, a lot of stability, a lot of doing things, doing practical things in September, if that makes sense. And I do want to warn you about that as well. And for others of you, I'm also seeing some sort of travel, because we have the Temperance card and the World card as well. So that's all I have for you, group number 1. I hope you have a fantastic September, and I will see you later. Bye. All right, group number 2, let's see what's coming for you September 2019. I'm just gonna lay the cards down real quick so I can get a good, accurate representation of what you can expect. Okay, so what I automatically noticed is there's an abundance of orange in your spread. This actually relates to your sacral chakra. So what this means for you in September 2019 is, for some of you whose sacral chakra is imbalanced, which is your chakra right above your personal bits down there. What it means is that for some of you in September 2019, you could be struggling with some sort of eating disorder or body dysmorphia. So for some of you, I'm seeing that it's very likely you could be very hard on your body. You could be trying to improve your body with crash diets or over exercising or restricting your calorie intake. And if you find yourself doing this, if you find yourself being really hard on your body more so than normal, this is completely normal for Virgo season, because Virgo season makes us perfectionists and it also makes us very critical sometimes. And I see for you, group number 2, this is going to be very much directed towards your body and the way that you look. Some of you might become really unhappy with your appearance, and once again, I want you to know that this is a sign that your sacral chakra is blocked. And in order to unblock your sacral chakra, it's about having fun, letting loose, and not being so serious all the time. I know personally for me, my sacral chakra is always blocked, okay? And this blocks creativity. It also makes your allergies act up. That's another sign your sacral chakra is blocked. It also blocks creativity, and it also makes you not as into sexy time, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to keep this YouTube friendly, so please bear with me with my kindergarten talk. But another thing for some of you, what I'm seeing is for those of you who have a very balanced sacral chakra, this could mean I see a improvement in your physical appearance from healthy eating, healthy working out, from, you know, doing self-care things to your appearance. I'm really seeing that your appearance is going to be shining in September 2019. I don't know what's going on with your birth chart. I don't know your birth chart, but I think it's very likely there's some positive aspects in your birth chart in September that is really blessing your ascendant, because I'm seeing with this Leo card, your appearance is something that's really going to be blessed in September 2019, and your body. I'm seeing for those of you who have a balanced sacral chakra, your sex appeal is going to be up, your allure is going to be up, people are really going to be noticing you. Now, another thing that I'm seeing as well is we have artists. So for a lot of you in September 2019, I'm really seeing that a lot of you are going to develop a past artistic skill that you have had in the past, and you are going to work on it and be very dedicated and passionate about improving it. So for a lot of you, you were born, for those of you who picked group number 2, you were born with a natural creative talent, and you probably were aware of this as a kid. Someone might have told you that you were very creative. You might have always had a knack for drawing, singing, dancing. With Leo, this could be performing. This could be anything to do with the arts or anything to do with using your creativity or self-expression to create something beautiful. So pretty much creativity is so broad, but what I'm seeing for you is you have a natural creative ability, including your self-expression. And this is something you're going to be very focused on in September 2019, because it is Virgo season, and Virgo season makes us perfectionists, right? And for you, group number 2, I see you're really going to be perfecting a creative hobby, or you're going to be developing a creative hobby that you have had in the past. So for some of you, you might have forgotten what that is, and it might be reawakened September 2019. But when you find it and when you start getting interested in it, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, another thing that I'm seeing as well for a lot of you with the Knight of Wands and the Four of Wands is it's very likely you are going to have some sort of celebration with a group of friends or your family. So this normally can manifest as a family trip, a family get-together that's really fun, going on a trip with some friends or having a really good time on a trip. I'm definitely seeing some sort of fun family or friend socializing and get together, something that's going to bring you a lot of joy. Now, another thing that I'm seeing as well, what I want to tell you guys about is I am seeing a lot of passion in this. I'm seeing a lot of fire energy. So what this could mean too is I think that a lot of you could get into some sort of explosive fight in September 2019, because I have the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, and I also have lightning and power. So this is really telling me like explosive fights, explosive disagreements, and this really speaks of, you know, getting in a fight or holding a grudge from something that someone did to you in the past, or not fully forgiving someone in your immediate circle, and because of that it all festers and ends up coming out to an explosive fight in September 2019. I am definitely seeing that. For those of you, it could be family related, having a blow up fight with your family, but I'm seeing it's very likely with the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, you are going to work it out. It's going to end up being okay. It's just going to climax into this really dramatic fight. I am seeing a little bit of drama for you guys, group number 2. I'm not going to lie to you. And I see it's a lot to do with ego fights and holding on to your point of view and holding on to your being very stubborn. So that's what you can expect in September 2019. But group number 2, I do want to tell you that September looks really good for you simply because we have Leo and Joy. So I know there's going to be a lot of fun things happening for you specifically, especially with all of these fire cards going on. But with a lot of fire and passion and fun also comes drama and a little bit of anger. So definitely expect that in September 2019. Now, it's interesting because one thing that blocks a sacral chakra is actually holding on to grudges, which is what I see with the Four of Pentacles. So for some of you, holding on to a grudge you have or not fully forgiving someone in your life not only is going to fester into an explosive fight in September, it also could be blocking your sacral chakra, because that's one of the things that actually does it as well. Now, for some of you, this could actually mean literal fights about money in September, so I want you to look out for that too. Okay, so another thing that I'm seeing as well is we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So for those of you who have a home business, I want you to know that this is going to be a very blessed month for your home business. If not that, what I'm also seeing is that a lot of you are going to have an improved relationship with your family members. And with the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, this could also mean, you know, I feel like a lot of you could spend a lot of time redecorating your house, spending a lot of money on your house or your sanctuary or your room or something of that nature. This could also mean, I feel like a lot of you could actually host a get-together at your home or be a really good host, or you could just, you know, be showing love in September by cooking someone something. I'm seeing that your love language in September, you're going to be more wanting to cook for other people. You know, if you're in a relationship, maybe clean for your partner. I'm seeing that if you're in a relationship, your partnerships are going to be blessed because both of you are going to be doing acts of service for each other. So that's another positive thing I'm seeing. However, what I am seeing is envy. So what I'm seeing, guys, is a lot of you could be feeling envious over someone who you believe has more than you, or especially envious over someone who you believe is more talented at certain skills than you. I'm just sort of seeing you being jealous of somebody in September, and I want you to know this is also a sign of a blocked sacral chakra, and it also impacts your confidence levels as well. When you have a blocked sacral chakra, you might feel unconfident. Okay, so for those of you who picked group number 2, September could go one of two ways. You could either have a lot of fun, be very creative. Money is going to be blessed for a lot of you with the Ten of Cups and Queen of Pentacles, having a lot of friends, a lot of adventures, a lot of fun, being very creative with your natural creative talent. Or if your sacral chakra is blocked, September could go very poorly, because tarot doesn't dictate your life. You dictate your life, and you can choose either path. And for the bad path, I'm seeing issues with confidence, being jealous, issues with body image, you know, holding on to grudges. So be sure to choose the right path and unblock that sacral chakra so you can have the blessed September that I am seeing for you. So that's all I have for you, group number 2. I hope you have a fantastic September, and I will see you later. Bye. All right, group number 3, let's see what's coming to you September 2019. I'm just going to lay all of the cards down so I can get an accurate representation of what you can expect. Okay, so the first thing that I'm seeing for you, group number 3, is that I feel like in September, you are going to be a counselor to a lot of people. We have the service card. It says, I feel good when I can help others. And we also have the counseling card. So what this tells me is somebody is going to come to you for, a lot of people are going to come to you for your advice or your counseling, because September is going to be Virgo season until the middle of September, I believe. So with Virgo season, a lot of the times we become of service to others because Virgo is the healer. And a lot of the times during Virgo season, the healer in us comes out. So for some of you who picked group number 3, I am seeing that it could be part of your soul destiny, especially with Scorpio, to be a therapist or a counselor or something of that nature. But for others of you, I'm just sort of seeing in September 2019, you are going to act as a counselor and therapist to a lot of different people. They are going to be coming to you for your advice, for your help. And I'm also seeing that for some of you as well, you could explore counseling or self-help. And this is also because we have the Scorpio card, and Scorpio rules the 8th house of psychology. So I definitely feel like a lot of you are going to be interested in psychology, self-help, law of attraction, or just be a therapist in general to your friends. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, group number 3, this group doesn't look as positive as the other groups I previously did, and I'll tell you why. I think for a lot of you with Cave and Sanctuary, you're going to be feeling very, very introverted in September 2019. And I also see you being more sensitive to energies without a doubt. Okay, because we also have the 3 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So what this is telling me is a lot of you, I don't know what's going on astrologically for your specific birth chart, but I'm willing to bet a lot of planets are going to be in your 3rd, 8th, or 4th house, or there's going to be some transit that makes you more introverted and sensitive to energy. So group number 3, definitely expect to be more introverted, because I'm sensing that you could be kind of a magnet to energy vampires in September 2019. That's a big thing that I'm seeing. People who dump too much of their problems on you and it ends up becoming very draining. People who constantly ask you for your help and then aren't there in return to return the favor, or just being susceptible in general to energy. So definitely expect to be more introverted, more sensitive in September. And I know this isn't probably what you wanted to hear. However, it's the ebb and flow of life. You can't always have good months. You can't always have bad months. Some of us, all of us go through this at some point in the year. And for you, I just sort of see you feeling the need to be alone a lot, to contemplate life. And also because people could feel very draining for you in September 2019. However, what I do want to tell you, like I said, is you are going to act as an earth angel to someone and give them really good advice and really good counseling, but be sure to draw those boundaries if you do start feeling very drained. And for those of you who are considering counseling, group number 3, I want you to know this is something that's going to work out very well for you. And for some of you, you might actually go to someone else for counseling, and this is something that is going to give you a lot of insights and be very helpful for you as well. Now, I also don't want to lie to you, group number 3, okay? I'm sorry, this is what I'm seeing. It's not going to be, the worst month of your life, okay? But I am seeing it's not going to be, as fun as Leo season. It's not going to be as high energy, and that's something I want you to be aware of. But remember, it's the ebb and flow of life. You're not always going to be excited and happy every single month, and it's also due to astrology as well, which is the map of the energies of our universe. We also have this challenges card right here, okay? And we have the Neptune card and the 5 of Swords. So once again, I'm seeing some sort of energy vampires for you. This is something, group number 3, I want you to be specifically aware of. For some of you, this could mean like, this could also mean for you like someone could have lied to you and you might find out the truth about a lie. That's a huge message I'm seeing, because we have the Tower, and the Tower is the the Tower of Illusion burning down, and we have the Five of Swords, which means seeing the truth about someone who doesn't have your best intentions. This also means, you know, your illusions being toppled down and seeing the truth of a matter, and it's something that could be hurtful because we have the Three of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So this once again could mean you could find out your friend is gossiping about you. You could find the ugly truth out about a situation, and it could really let your hopes down, because I know in astrology Neptune is making some poor planets this month, so it's actually completely normal, group number 3. I'm just sort of seeing your hopes being let down. You find out a truth that is really hurtful. You find out someone is talking bad behind your back. You find out that something is not what you thought. I just sort of see like being let down because something was not how you thought it would be due to this Neptune transit in September. Now, for some of you, I also want you to be careful about the way you use your words in September. For some of you, it can mean someone is gossiping about you, but I'm also seeing that it can mean you gossip about someone and, you know, that gossiping gets out and it really bites you in the butt. So group number 3, be sure not to gossip in September. I'm seeing it. This actually aligns perfectly with what's going on astrologically as well. September's not the time to gossip. It's not the time to talk critically about people, because they are going to hear it and it's going to bite you in the butt. Now, on the flip side, if someone is talking negatively about you in September, you are going to hear about it. So they're not going to be able to hide it either. Okay, so let's see what else I'm seeing. So we also have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So a positive thing that I'm seeing is that I think it's very likely that a lot of you could, remember this is a general reading, so I'm going to get multiple different messages. With the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, this means hearing some unexpected good news about money, finances, or work. So for some of you, you could get an unexpected good news about your school situation, your work situation, your financial situation. Now, for others of you, this can mean changing your career, changing what you study, a big change in your everyday routine. And this I'm seeing is a blessed change. So some unexpected positive change is also going to happen to you September 2019. I'm definitely seeing that. And you know what? For a lot of you as well, with the Justice and Scorpio, this talks about shared finances. So I think it's very likely that for a lot of you who picked group number 3, someone could actually help you out and be there for your rescue, to defend you or give you a helping hand or give you extra income or help you in some big way in September 2019. So it's really not all that bad, to be honest with you. I know it sounds a little dramatic. I know it sounds a little overwhelming with the challenges card, but for a lot of you, this means that someone's on your side and has your back in September and helps you out financially. Or for some of you, it could mean rushing into commitment with a new love interest, because we have the Justice card in Scorpio, or an old love interest. Maybe you become more committed to the person that you're dating, but I'm definitely seeing a lot of commitment, someone helping you out with their finances. And also I'm seeing that for some of you too, there could be some sort of, I feel like for a lot of you, you could feel like the month is going by too fast and there's a lot to do and you feel like you can't keep up. Okay, I am seeing that for you. So I want you to be aware of that as well. And also for others of you, I'm also seeing there could be a change in home, or you could change up your home in some way too. So that's all I see for you, group number 3. I hope you have a fantastic September. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye. All right, group number 4, let's see what's coming to you September 2019. I'm just going to lay all the cards down so we can get a full representation of what's going on for you. Okay, so group number 4, the first thing I want to tell you about is we have romance and fire element desire. So I think it's very likely for those of you who picked group number 4, there is going to be some sort of romance in your life September 2019. I know a lot of you are always like, I don't want to be in a relationship, or some of you are already taken. Sometimes it just takes the right person to come along for you to want to be in a relationship. And for a lot of you who picked group number 4, I think this is something something that is a very strong possibility is being with someone you're going to be in a long committed relationship with. Now, for those of you who picked group number 4 who are already in a relationship, I'm definitely seeing like a spice up in your romance. I'm definitely seeing towards the end of September specifically, there's going to be an increase in your romance and lovey-dovey feelings as well. So for romance group number 4, I'm really seeing a lot of positive blessings. Now for others of you, because remember this is a general reading, for some of you who picked group number 4, I'm seeing secret romances, secret crushes, you having a strong secret crush on someone, or someone having a strong secret crush on you that you are not aware of. That's a very big thing, and this actually makes sense with Virgo season and what's going on astrologically, which I will cover in my zodiac prediction video. But so pretty much there is going to be some sort of romance, whether it's in your current relationship, whether it's a new romance, or whether it's a hidden crush you have on someone, or someone who has a hidden crush on you. So that's the first thing that I'm seeing. Now let's get into the other aspects. So group number 4, I'm not going to lie to you, this group isn't as positive and happy and upbeat as maybe the first two. It's kind of similar to the third group in a way, but it's the ebb and flow of life. You can't always be on an upswing. Life isn't always just an upswing. Sometimes you're going to have months where it's a little bit of a downswing or a lower energy month, and this is completely natural. It's the cycle of life. And also, I'm willing to bet with your birth chart or astrologically, there could be a lot of planets in your 4th, 8th, or 12th house, or there could be some aspects that are going to make you a little bit more lower energy than normal, because what I'm seeing is that in September 2019 with the Hanged Man and the 2 of Pentacles, a lot of you could be avoiding a lot of responsibility in September. You might feel like there's so much to do, and because there's so much to do and you can't keep up, you might have an I give up attitude. I'm just not going to do anything. That's a very big thing I see for group number 4. But remember, tarot and astrology does not dictate your life. You are in control of your life, and you can make whatever happen that you want to happen. However, what I am picking up on is the energy that you are likely to feel, which is a feeling of procrastination, feeling like you have so much to do that you want to give up and you don't have enough energy. So instead of doing what you need to do, you skip work or lounge on the couch or something like that. But like I said, astrology and tarot does not dictate your life. I have an awful birth chart. I was talking about this to my husband earlier. I have so many planets in my 6th house, a malefic house, and it's pretty much saying I'm destined for failure. I mean, probably not that extreme, but I have, despite my birth chart and tarot, made things happen because I've wanted it to happen. So if you don't like this reading, remember that you can law of attraction it, you can will it to your own advantage. However, I do see that with some aspects going on, you are going to feel the need to avoid responsibility. And also, I sort of feel like you're going to be very lackluster in your responsibility. You're going to be bored at school or at work. You're going to be yearning for something better. You're going to want change. You're going to have grass is always greener syndrome, where you're looking at things that would bring you more happiness. You know what I mean? That's a very big energy that I'm getting. Now, you know what's funny is what I'm also seeing is we have the Page of Swords and Death, which means a fear of change. And we also have the Fear card. So I'm seeing that for a lot of you who picked group number 4, there's great change, a lot of endings coming into your life in September 2019. However, I sort of get the feeling they already started to happen. These changes in your life have started to happen in a big way already, but in September it's going to be intensified. And I see that a lot of you are scared about some sort of big change that's coming into your life, because I have fear and doubt in your spread. And we have the Page of Wands and Death, being suspicious of change, fearful of change, but change is here. Change is here, and you need to embrace it, because we have the death card. And the sooner you embrace this change and you move on from something that's stagnant or no longer working, and you know is no longer working, that you feel bored doing, the sooner you're going to get your blessings, because I have spring equinox that says rebirth. So we have death and rebirth. So what I'm telling you is a lot of you, group number 4, might be scared of some big change in your life. You might be scared to completely make the change, completely take the plunge. But I'm telling you, if you were to do this, that you would have a lot of blessings and you would be reborn stronger and more successful. And I'm 100% seeing that. I feel like a lot of you have been settling for things that you're not really passionate about because you're scared of change, or you're settling for a lot in your life because you have a lot of anxieties. I'm seeing with the moon and the 9 of Swords in September. I got sidetracked for a second, but I'm seeing you settle because you're so scared of change and you're so scared of the what ifs. But I'm telling you that this fear is unfounded, and if you were to make the change and follow your passion or what you know in your heart is right, you are going to be reborn, and it's going to bring you a lot of blessings, like spring brings a lot of blessings. This could also mean that all of your blessings will be fully manifested by the springtime, which is in no time at all. Another thing that I'm seeing is in September 2019 is a lot of you could be suffering from a lot of anxiety, and I'm seeing that with the moon and the 9 of Swords. A lot of you could have issues sleeping, you could have sleepless nights, or on the flip side, you could spend too much time sleeping, you know, some sort of like sleep issues. That's something I'm seeing. And once again, group number 4, I know it's not as positive as the first two, but remember, it's the ebb and flow of life. Your time in the sun is coming, as I can see with the spring equinox. September is just going to be a little challenging for you. I'm also seeing just a lot of like worry and anxiety, and I think a lot of it is performance punishment. That's a very big thing I'm seeing. A lot of you in September might feel lazy, but in all actuality, you're not lazy at all. What it is you're being so hard on yourself. You're having so much performance anxiety, performance punishment on how nothing you do is good enough. Did I do that right? Am I doing that right? You know, those kind of thoughts that it actually takes away your energy and you end up doing nothing. And I'm seeing that a lot of you are very, very talented, group number 4. Okay, I know this is a general reading, but what I'm seeing with the Hangman and the 2 of Pentacles, this is very like acrobatic cards. So what this is telling me is you are very naturally talented at something. There's something. For some of you, this could be sports. This could have something to do with your body or using your body. This is a general reading, maybe not. But you do have a natural talent that you are too hard on yourself over. You maybe criticize yourself over this natural talent. For instance, you could be naturally charismatic, but you're always like, God, I was so awkward around that person. Or you could be naturally really good at singing, and you could always just be like, God, I suck. I shouldn't even start. You know, something like that. There's just so much performance anxiety on you is what I'm seeing. Maybe with the moon and 9 of Swords, some criticism from your mother or females in your life. It could be that as well, or criticism from outside sources. But I'm seeing that a lot of you are so talented. You have the passion for it. You have the natural talent. However, this fear, doubt, and anxiety is getting in the way, group number 4, and blocking you from becoming the best that you can be. And mainly what I'm seeing, group number 4, is September is only going to be negative because of the tendency to be overly critical of yourself, fear, doubt, and worry, which is very typical for Virgo season, because Virgo makes us meticulous to detail and very critical sometimes, even though there's a lot of blessings that come with Virgo season. And I'm seeing that's really going to impact you in that way. Now, let's see if I'm seeing anything else with you. I feel like there was another message, and I'm going to be so sad if I don't give it to you. Okay, so another message I just got, because we have the Death, the Hangman, and the Moon, this is going to be a very spiritual month for you, where you're likely very interested in spirituality or religion, or researching religion or something like that. And I'm also seeing that for you, a lot of you could be secretly reevaluating the things in your life, reevaluating your friends, your career, your job, what it is you do during the day, and, just sort of like questioning everything in your life. And I want you to know that's normal. And for some of you who are naturally prone to being psychic or are able to pick up other energies, I think it's very likely you could have dreams of deceased loved ones, have dreams that foretell the future, be more intuitive and psychic than normal. And another message that I got as well with the Moon and the 9 of Swords, very much like the Third group is be very careful of energy vampires in September 2019. Group number 4, the moon is about emotions. The Nine of Swords is worry, anxiety. I feel like there could be someone who comes into your life who really just like sucks the life out of you and drains you of your energy by dumping a lot on you. And that's something I want you to be aware of. And I'm also seeing a lack of boundaries in September in 2019, group number 4, which is something I want you to be aware of, like not knowing when to say no, you know, like doing too much for others, letting other people take too much from you, not really drawing the boundaries and just sort of giving in and giving too much to others or your partner or your friends or something like that, to the point where it's very draining on you. So that's all I have for you, group number 4. Once again, I apologize. You know, it's not peaches, cream, and roses, but you are the master of your universe. This is just the energies that I'm seeing. You can manifest your own reality. I hope you have a fantastic month, and I will see you later.